My birds hate me. Quite a lot less than last time we spoke about this. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm David and today I'm talking about how my parrots hate me a little bit less. Now, if you watched my previous video, My Bird Hates Me, you might have an idea of what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I'll leave a card for it now. It's well worth watching and a very interesting video about how you overcome behavioural challenges. So in these examples, I'm specifically talking about Charlie and Kipling, both of whom really hated me. And with Charlie, still hates me a little bit. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about the updates and what's been happening since then, the massive progress that's been made, and some of the hurdles I have still to overcome with them. Something I want everyone to keep in mind when watching this video or overcoming challenges with really difficult parrots who have big behavioural problems or past trauma is training, and progress takes a lot of time. It's not a quick fix, it takes lots and lots of time. We're talking massive timescales sometimes. But what's important is consistency, training and effort, and not disengaging. One of my biggest advantages is I'm really stubborn, so I keep trying and doing so in many different ways. And obviously Sophie motivates me as well and tries to encourage me, because I know in my situation here with these birds, many people would have just walked away and given up. That's not what I have done, and because of that, I've seen some big results. So let's start off with the big success story, and that is Kipling. Now, as a brief bit of background, when Kipling came to this house, he'd been in previous homes, he's an exceptionally nervous bird, he had a plucking issue, and he really hated me. The very first time we let him out, he took a chunk of my flesh away, which I have a scar from. It wasn't pleasant. However, there has been massive progress with Kipling, and I'm really pleased to tell you how far we've come. Now, one of the biggest places where Kipling's behaviour has improved towards me is the general interaction. This is a parrot who still likes Sophie a lot more than me, but is happy to play with me. He loves playing with me, he sings to me, we have silly games where we shout at each other, and he really enjoys that. He even lets me pet him now, and that is massive progress. You know, my bare hand, he will let me pet him and touch him, which, considering if hands went near him before, he would have wanted to just take them to pieces and hurt them, you know. He will let me pet him, he enjoys being petted by me, he even asks for it as part of our bedtime routine. It's absolutely adorable. And just being able to play with him, get on my own business, enjoy things is really useful. One other huge advantage now is I don't have to have my hood up around Kipling. Sometimes I will wear it for my own comfort, but most of the time I don't have to have it, and that's a big step for Kipling, because before, if I didn't have my hood up, he would be jumping over and he would want to be attacking me. It's just really rewarding to see that he doesn't want to have a go at me with my hood up. Hello, Scampy. And it's just really fun to be able to interact with him normally while my hood is down. He has also made excellent progress with training. His training is so good with me. He will do all these tricks with me. He will vocalise for me. He will say good boy, all the other vocalisations as well. He's ever so gentle with his targeting. Good boy. And he's generally very responsive to training. One other thing that I've had, it's kind of a progress but not, is I can get him to step up now. He will step up onto a handheld perch, and that for him is massive progress because he is very nervous of hands, and to be able to get him onto a handheld perch means I can now have him out on my own. Sometimes when Sophie's gone out, I let him out and enjoy outings with him and Louie, and I know I can get them in and out without too many issues. Now, honestly, when we started this journey with Kipling and the hurdles I had to cross, I never thought I'd get to this point with him. It's amazing that we've got there, and I'm hoping it's just only going to improve. You know, the next steps for me are going to be proper steps up onto the bare hands, trying to see what he's going to be interacting with my skin more, because it could be risky, you know, but I need to see. Even like the other time, last time he did bite me, he moderated his bite force, which is really fun to see, and just trying to push things forward. Now, not everything's perfect though. The places for improvement, as I sort of mentioned in future progress, is he will not step up onto my bare hand, and he will still bite me if I have my hand sleeve and he steps up onto it. These are places we need to improve and work on. But again, the whole purpose of this video is to show you that you can make progress and you can work through things by taking a scientific training approach, not giving up and continuing to try. Let's talk about the next example, Charlie, now too. Now, Charlie came to us from a very loving home, but sadly he came into us from not liking men too much, especially not tall men like me. And he really disliked me. I don't know if Crimsons just hate me, but Crimsons do not seem to get on very well with me. Now, even with Charlie, who's been here a lot less time, it's still early days, there has been some really remarkable progress, and that's what I'd like to talk about now. Now, the biggest area that Charlie's made huge progress and is excellent with me is training. He is exceptionally good training with me. I can happily get him out and he will train with me. He won't fly to my bare hand, but again, that handheld perch is really useful. He will recall to that handheld perch. He will do tricks for me on that handheld perch. He will allow me to move him around the room on a handheld perch. My bare hands are still out of the question unless I'm giving him treats. He takes treats exceptionally gently from me. He's responsive to my hand gestures without lunging at me. When it comes to training, Charlie is absolutely excellent now. Similarly, because of the handheld perch, Charlie will reliably step up on for me. He will not step up onto my hand, but I can get him under control by getting him to step up onto that perch because he associates it with good things and lovely treats. It's a very useful tool for me. He will also play with me to a limited degree, nowhere near the same sort of trust and happiness as Kipling displays, but he will play with me and he will interact a little bit too. He would also vocalise with me in a non-excitable way. If you watched the previous video, you'll know that vocalisations with him are often excitable, and that is starting to calm down as well, thanks to the work we've been doing. The other areas of improvement is I can now move around the room a little bit more without him going straight for me. Before that was a big issue, and the biggest improvement is that I can now have Olive on the arm of my chair and we can cuddle and interact without Charlie getting jealous. These are all very good areas of improvement, and while things aren't perfect, I am pleased that we've got this far. But with Charlie, there's still lots of progress to be made. I still have to have my hood up when he's around because I cannot trust him. If I don't have that hood up, I'm quite sure he would fly to my head and potentially bite me. He has bitten me recently and it actually led to bleeding as well, which wasn't very pleasant. It's a rare event now, thankfully, but it's still something we have to improve on. With Kipling, I haven't been bitten by Kipling hard in I just don't know how long. With Charlie, it's still a very eminent sort of thing that may happen. Other areas in need of improvement with Charlie is he still gets exceptionally excited around me. It's improved, but it really has much further way to go, and I'm still trying to do negative reinforcement, the training and descent work, but we may have to take a different approach to it. He does still get funny when I move around a little bit too, and he doesn't really want to play with me much, it's just places that needs to really be worked on. I think for me, if I could just move around comfortably, get on my own business, and have him not sort of wanting to come and bite me, that would be good enough. But obviously I want to push further in the future. And again, repeating myself over and over, it's the time, it's the consistency, it's training effort and not giving up that's going to lead to these results. So remember guys, if you have a similar situation to me, your bird hates you, it's biting you, there's all sorts of problems, you can get through it, it is possible, it just takes time, effort, consistency and training, as I'll repeat for this video. If you really struggle, you need some help, don't forget, me and Sophie run a business called Best Behaved Birds. There'll be a link in the description. You can reach out to us for a consultation. We can help you with your problem through scientifically proven training methods and through us looking at your individual problem and tailoring a solution rather than just giving you a copy and pasted sort of response that a lot of people will try and give you. There is help out there and there is hope out there, just keep trying. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you found it useful and interesting. If you have any comments, happy to hear from you down below. But in the meantime, from me and a very excited Scampy, take care and see you later.